Okay, so I get home yesterday from my appointment. He's like, oh, 104 calved. And I was like, oh, perfect. He's like, yeah, but she calved like a mile north. Oh, great. So we had to run, not run, but like, this calf was lived. She calved him in the bush a mile north of us. So we came up, went, I don't know, like pulled up with the side by side as far as we could, then hopped on the sled, took a little like tobogganed it out by hand. I took the sled back, met him at the side by side, and then we waltzed our way back down. Happy calving season! Let's go! Anyway, could have calved literally anywhere. Goes a mile north to calve.
How did he know she was there?
Because dad had seen her
Oh.
and was like going out to, I don't know if he was hauling feed or something, had seen a cow.
Yeah.
We had went and looked the night before, we couldn't find her. Way in the bush. Good thing that calf lived.
Bye, guys.
Yeah, I mean, they do like that bush.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were gonna. She like hopped the fence to go a mile. Okay, it's fine. We'll just. He lived, good old bull calf, but a little bit risky out there.
That's funny.
Anyways,
Happy calving
happy
season.
calving season. Welcome to Ranch Wives Unsupervised.
Where the Wi-Fi is weak.
And the opinions are strong. So what are we getting into this week?
I think we should discuss how ranching is not 9 to 5 and how that really can affect your social life and really change the dynamic of just your day-to-day life. I didn't realize how much that would affect when I married into it. But like I have friends who are like, "Oh, you're so flaky." I'm like, "No, my life is cows. Like I don't get to dictate within reason.
Yeah.
I don't get to dictate what we're doing. If my cows are out, I'm sorry I'm late or I'm not coming.
Yeah.
Or if you like even social events or like family events, I had a hard time with because like you can't just drop everything to go to a wedding. Who's taking care of your cows while they're calving?
Yeah.
We missed Easter this
Yeah.
year because we were calving.
Exactly.
And it's easy for me-ish. My family gets it.
Yeah.
They're calving. They calve. They have cows, right?
Yeah.
It's like, I can't come.
Yeah.
Not
We're
gonna
doing
make it.
Easter. Yeah. And
Yeah.
You
they
know what
live
I
an hour
really-
away.
Yeah. You know what I really struggle with
Mhm.
is, for me, it's always, every year, it's May long. Everybody's out camping
Yeah.
with their friends, having fun. I'm on Instagram. Everybody's out doing their thing.
Yeah.
There's me at home
Hustling food out to the
hustling
feed.
food out to the people.
Yeah.
And like Jorm and I can never do like a weekend away like that with our friends because that's like our busiest weekend.
Yeah.
One of, not including like September. Like our spring, that's one of our busiest weekends.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm always just so sad every year because they're out seeding, they're out calving, they're doing this, they're doing this, they're doing this. Everybody's out having fun. It's like a hot weekend, and I'm just like so sad. So actually, last year my sister was like, "Well, why don't we just come out there
Mm-hmm.
and we'll camp out there
Oh.
and we'll hang out with you?"
See?
And I was
Supportive
like,
family.
Yeah.
You.
Yeah. You felt
That's what I needed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You needed
That's
that.
what I needed. But I had to voice that to somebody
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
Because I had been struggling with that for a couple of years.
Yeah.
And then finally I told my sister and she's like, well, why don't we just do something then?
And lots of
I
people
was
don't
like,
even
oh.
think about it, or it doesn't register that you have to change. Like, you
Yeah.
miss family
Or a
gatherings,
lot of
you
my
miss family
friends
stuff, you
have,
miss
like
camping, you
Yeah.
miss.
There's lots. Like Keith, we used to go camping quite a bit, like when we were dating, because we weren't out here full time, all this stuff, and then we were out
Podcast.
here, and it's like that's probably not
that's it.
happening.
Where
And
are we
it's
camping? Oh yeah, the back cow pasture.
yeah. Oh, and we
Yeah.
do. There is times where that is literally what we do. We'll take like the rooftop tent and go out to the back
Yes.
pasture
Yeah.
along the creek or something.
Yeah.
And like that's fine. It is a
You
different
can't do that
dynamic.
with friends.
No,
But
no. I mean,
You
they
still
could come
can.
out for it, but it's different.
Yeah.
Like it is really different. And something too, like it's something I think is super interesting is if you have a 9 to 5 and say, "Oh, I can't make it because I have work." Nobody questions it.
No.
Like, "Oh, I actually can't get time off work for that wedding, or I can't get time off
Yes.
for this."
When you're farming, they don't
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah, they're like, well, why can't you just take a day
You're
off?
your own boss.
Yeah,
No.
I actually had so
No, I'm not. The
much,
cows are my boss.
but that's it. Like, I actually had
The
so
weather
much
too.
backlash against that.
Mm.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, I get it. It's different. This is my 9 to 5. It's just
Yeah.
not a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
And like a lot of people don't understand, like you can't like
You're like, this is my 24/7.
this is my 24 exactly, this is the 24/7, and like you can't just leave when your cows are calving because that calf is your check.
Yeah.
That is your check.
Yeah.
It might
Yeah.
look a lot different. Your check might only come once a year or twice a year depending on
Yeah.
when you sell, but that is your income.
Yeah.
So if you go,
You gotta baby that
And you
thing.
gotta
If it's
keep them
like,
all alive
Yeah.
as much as you can so that it pays the bill and pays for you to get through the next year.
exactly.
And I've had a lot of people be like, "Oh, you get a calf check." Like,
Oh.
it's free money.
Yeah, see,
you're like,
I
this
struggle
is
with the
literally
yeah,
my only money.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not for me,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Well, and like,
but like,
But, like,
there's
it's the
so many
livelihood.
bills to pay
yes,
with cows, like
yes.
all the things. So
You got to pay for your feed.
yeah,
You have,
Yardage.
like, or like, yeah, yes. Or you have a tractor bill,
Mhm.
or you're paying for fuel for the tractor, or all of the above.
Oh yeah.
or like the one year I was like, we finally were like, Kate, we need to like build a house, do the stuff.
Yep,
Our tractor broke up. $20,000 later.
that's it.
Well, goodbye calf check.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And that's okay. Yeah, that's the other thing. People are like, "Oh, calf prices are really, really good."
Oh yeah.
Everything
they?
else
It bothers
is
me.
astronomically expensive.
It's 4 times what our calf check is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think there
Yeah.
is a genuine disconnect. And I'm not saying that you can't make a living off of ranching because I don't want to short sell that. You can.
Yeah.
You absolutely can. It looks a lot different.
It looks very different.
And it depends, like, if you've got high outputs, like your tractor, you're paying off your tractor, or because, like, a new tractor can go anywhere from 150,000 to
My
Not even.
sister.
No. New tractors? No, it's 500.
No. Yeah. Yeah.
okay, so you guys run a lot big. Yeah, like, but you know what I
That's
mean?
true.
So we're not running, like, our chore tractor wouldn't cost
Yeah.
that, but it doesn't matter. The reality is yes, our calf check looks great, but our
It comes
expenses
once
are
a
four
year
times
and
that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they don't necessarily correlate. And again, like I would say we're looking a
No.
lot better than we were
And if
4
you're
years
wanting
ago.
to update your corral system,
And
I
your
think-
fences, like
yes.
Cow prices
Those
have
aren't
went
cheap.
up higher, which they hadn't for years.
yes,
So they have went up.
years,
So the
Yes.
difference in the middle isn't quite, but we're getting like in a couple years, 3 years from now or whatever, it's probably just going to be the same.
Yes.
Everything else costs just as much. So the calf check isn't going, it's
Yeah.
not going any farther than it was
Yeah.
previously before the cows.
And they're saying
went up.
like cattle prices are high. Yeah, they're high, but they're also not as high as they could be or should be
Yeah.
With the
catching up.
yes,
Yeah.
with everything else.
Yeah.
And I think that is a huge disconnect. And like even for myself, I would say until
Like, bull prices have skyrocketed.
Scott crazy.
Crazy.
We bought a bull 2 years ago
Mhm.
for like $6,500.
Yeah, and that was like
That was like
a
a
good-
decent,
yeah.
good, maybe not your highest,
No.
okay, but it wasn't your lowest. You're like a good,
no, you
good
could get
breeding stock.
you get like lowest was like 3,000, 3,500
Yeah.
usually.
Yeah.
like a stock,
Yeah.
whatever. But this year, that's not it. Like we had
The
to buy
lowest is like 10.
10. Yeah, like we had to buy 5 this year, which was due to poor planning, but also one just croaked on us. Like
Yeah.
there was certain things that just transpired.
Things just happen.
So instead of
Especially
buying
with
3,
bulls.
instead of buying 3, we bought 5.
Yeah.
Yo, I spent more on a bull than some people spend on their wedding.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
these don't correlate.
No.
Well, my sister was like, because they don't. She's like, my savings account has to have $1,000 in it, and yours has to have 50,000 in it, and then we're even for like if an emergency fund.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because when something goes wrong, my car is a couple $100.
Yeah.
When something goes wrong, your tractor is like 20 grand minimum.
Yes.
And if it
Yeah.
goes down during haying, you're in a scramble. You're going to pay top dollar
Yep.
for whatever it is because
You have to have feed.
Walter, excuse me. Get. Sorry, we just have a podcast kitten. It's driving me crazy. But there is something to it that there is a large disconnect. And like and I will say the time off and the finances, I did not understand fully until I was in it.
Yeah.
Like even looking at mom and dad's books because when we started taking over, we were kind of like going through because she'll track, obviously she tracks everything,
Yeah.
but then she will project for the following year. So it's
Yes.
kind of like learning
Yeah.
that. And those projections,
We're so off.
not even, it was just crazy to see.
Oh, okay.
Because we weren't really in a building phase. We were in like a sustained
Right.
phase. And we run cheaper. We run old equipment. So our cost to put a pay is a lot cheaper
Yeah.
than a lot of people. Like I'm not gonna shortchange that either. We do have a cheap way to put a pay, but it does take us longer
Yeah.
because we're not going as fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And our equipment isn't as big. So there
Yes.
is, because like I know
Yeah.
I have some friends who are like, oh, you're still haying?
It's a trade-off.
And that's the trade-off we chose.
Yeah.
So there
Time
is
versus money.
100%,
Yes.
because at some point when you don't have the money, you have to put the time in.
Yeah, yeah.
That is the trade-off. There isn't another way around that.
No.
And I think too, like,
And the extra week in the end of your own time isn't worth
no,
buying a brand
new
new
tractor for it, or a baler or whatever.
Yeah.
It's not worth it for us. But I do think that is something that, like, it humbled me. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was like, oh, we're gonna, like, I think this will be really
like,
easy,
"This
like,
is
farming stuff.
easy."
We didn't make, I kid you not, if you look at our books,
Yeah.
we were in the red for the first 6 years.
Yeah.
5 years. Sorry, I
Yeah.
correct that. 5 years.
Yeah.
In the red. Not just like, that's like out of
You're like,
pocket
not that
money.
fine.
So, like, Keith's mechanic's job was paying for us just our personal
Yeah.
Yeah.
farming expenses,
Yeah.
not including what we had to put into the ranch.
Yeah.
At the time, because of like the way things got brought over.
Mm-hmm.
So like there is something to that. And people are like, oh, like you could just like I mean, even I have family members, like I missed my cousin's wedding. My brother missed it. No problem.
Yeah, because he was working.
He was working. I missed it. Well, I don't know why you can't just come. Well, I'm working. Like, but there is that, and
Yeah.
that sucks. But I have said, I've said
But
this
do
to
some people think like, oh, you're just a stay-at-home wife and you're
Yeah,
just like
100%.
baking, doing your milk cow,
Yeah.
but like not actually like working.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. And I like again, I have chosen to be more involved
Yeah.
than some other wives do,
Yeah,
or
but
like
if
whatever.
you weren't as involved, they would have to look into the expense of a hired hand.
Yes,
Well, that's the thing.
and that's just it.
Yeah.
So there is that as well, right? And Keith and I did sit down and do the numbers. It didn't make sense for me to go to work at an admin job in town, pay for gas going back and
No.
forth, when I could help. We
And
could
this
get further
fucking
ahead.
gas is
Yeah.
so high right now.
Yeah. And like
not
at
worth
the end
it.
of the day, this is our dream. So the sacrifice is I will be, and it's not a sacrifice because I do enjoy it. Did my social life get sacrificed? Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? I don't know for you guys. I have lost friends over it, and it's not personal. It truly isn't.
Mm-hmm.
But it is the season of life I'm in
Yeah.
I think it's different when you grew up in it because my friend circle has always revolved around
around it.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's fair.
right?
That's
So
fair.
I never
And you also have friends that are like, Lacey's not making it. Okay, whatever.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
I
Like,
never
nobody's,
did
like,
sports. I
offended,
never
like-
did like
Yeah.
I homeschooled. Like, so my friend circle was made by the
Around it.
people who understood farming.
Yeah.
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 Whereas when you marry into it, I feel like it's a lot worse
Yeah, it's totally different.
because you had friends that you could hang out with every weekend. I
Yeah.
never have,
Yeah.
Right.
That's fair.
right?
Yeah.
So,
And like I would go like I don't know, go for dinner once a week, or like
Yes.
meet with the girls, or like whatever it was, go for coffee. And actually like on a mental state too, that was wearing.
Mhm.
'Cause I also don't think like I was at home in the winter, Keith was still mechanicking, but it wasn't really enough. It was tricky. Like there was a season where he was like, okay, well, if you're gonna have a milk cow, you have to be home because you're not getting up before I go to work to then milk it to then drive to town. Like it's not.
No.
yeah.
There's too much. We did do it for a season, but then we weren't getting home. Like if he worked late, we would carpool in together.
Yeah.
We wouldn't get home till like 7 or 8 sometimes, and then we're cooking dinner, doing chores, and then doing it all over. So we're like leaving the house, like getting up at 5
Yeah.
to leave the house by 6:30, whatever it was.
To hustle, hustle, hustle.
Hustle, hustle, and it just
And
wasn't.
just it's not fulfilling.
No, and it was like burning us out. It was burning me out
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
And so like I don't know, there was something when I didn't have a milk cow, there was like a 3-month span. I was like, okay, I will go to work for 3 days a week. It was just at a coffee shop, and I enjoyed it because it was
Yeah.
social.
Yeah.
But there was like this trade-off. And that
Yeah.
is something that is really, especially when you're so far out.
Oh yeah.
And people don't necessarily want to drive
No.
40 minutes to come visit you.
That's the other
typically,
problem.
I'm the one going to.
Yeah, you're
yeah.
always the one. They're like, come, you should
Yeah.
come, you should come.
Yes.
And for me, like we live, what, 25 minutes from you and
Yeah.
An hour?
45 to an hour
Yeah.
I'm
from
like
you.
an hour from you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah, 45 from you then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
it's
I don't
just-
think twice about coming to
No.
visit you or like either of you, right?
No.
Or
But
just like you pack
people
up
that
your kids and you go
aren't,
to town and you do your stuff and you
yeah,
bring your kids to town and you do that.
yeah, I
Like,
have very few friends that live, that
Or close.
5-10 minute drive.
yeah.
Yeah.
So your mindset is different. Whereas somebody
Yeah.
that,
Lives in town, they're like, oh, it's such a long trip.
yeah, it's so far.
Yeah.
So,
There's a lot of people that don't want to do the hill either.
Yeah,
And
Not gonna lie.
there are a lot of people that don't. Want to.
I mean, there's times I've canceled on you guys because that hill was gnarly.
Yeah, which is valid.
Well, our
But
one
like
was
in the
not.
summer, some
Not in the
people don't
summer.
want to do the hill.
Oh, okay. Well, I can't relate with that. I was saying like there was a
In the
blizzard.
winter time, yeah.
Yeah, there was a.
The
I
roads
got
are
stuck in
bad.
town once because the roads were so bad.
Yeah.
Same.
Yes.
But
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
still, it's like I do have friends though that come out and visit, and like
Yep.
I have one girlfriend that always comes out and visits
Yep.
and hangs out, and it's very appreciated, and
Yeah.
it's awesome that people do that. But I also don't mind
Go.
coming to town and going to those people's houses
Right, yes,
anyways,
yeah.
because then I can make a town day of it or whatever, right? Like
Yeah.
it's not. I don't really think twice of it. Normally, I'm like, no, I'll just come to town.
Yeah.
Like it's
I
fine.
mean, you can, it works. But the other thing too is like I have a couple friends that are like, well, you never come for dinner. I'm like, it's not intentional. But from May to like September, October,
I can't. And
probably
then
commit to
from
much.
November to like now, the roads are bad.
The roads are bad, and
And
like,
so
I don't mind driving on bad. I don't. It doesn't bug me too much. But there
I
is
don't
kind
want
of
to do
a
it like once a week.
yeah. You don't want to do it like a ton, and they don't want to do it either. Like it is just a very different thing. But something that I was like, they're like, oh well, there's lots of family events I've showed up to without Keith.
Oh yeah.
Because one of us could make it, but not both.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
somebody needed to be here or somebody needed whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
They're like, well, what, your husband doesn't want to come? No, he would love to come.
You just can't.
He
He's
just
working.
literally can't. And it's not personal.
Yeah.
That is the reality of being
Of the job.
of the job. And I do think, like if we had a hired hand or whatever, maybe it would be different.
Mm-hmm.
I am currently the hired hand. So
Yes.
It's not. Do you know what I mean?
Totally.
Yeah.
And for you, your husband's working off.
You were
Yeah.
So
literally
you
everything.
are you are the main.
Yeah.
Like I guess your kids are the hand. But like, do you know what I mean?
My kids are very helpful now.
They are.
You're at
I'm
the
so
age, yeah.
happy for you.
Yeah, I
I
love that.
know.
That's so
You're in
good.
such a sweet time of life where they are both like so excited to be there and want to do it. Like you
The other
haven't
day,
hit the like, ugh.
my son was like, "So when do I get to drive the tractor? So you just have to stand in the gate." I was like, "I am not being demoted yet.
Whoa. Hold on now.
You are the twine cutter."
Yeah, you
That
get
is
to go do
your
that.
job.
Yeah.
A couple more winters and
Yeah.
we'll talk about it.
Yeah,
Or your sister will be doing that.
and
You'll
you'll
be
running.
driving the tractor.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I will be drinking my coffee.
Yeah, I'll be sitting here drinking my coffee while you do that.
Yeah.
That's funny. What would you say was like so your reality check was like not going for May long, that kind of
Yeah.
thing. Would you say, Lace, that you had like
You've never had that reality
No.
did
check?
you ever have
I'm
that?
also
No.
not as social as you guys.
No, you're
That's
I'm
fair.
very happy to like my kids went to visit my sister for a week and David was working and
and you're just like,
I did not leave my house and I
I
was
did
so
right.
happy.
Yeah.
yes, you're not like, I'm gonna plan this and this and this.
No.
Whereas I would be like, okay, I'm having a dinner with this friend.
Yeah.
and this other friend group I need to hang out with, and then this and this.
No. No, that's not me. So I feel like even in that too,
Yeah.
our personalities or like whatever you want to call it are super different. So
Yeah.
That's fair.
I am
That's fair.
happier.
Yeah.
To be not
Yeah.
going
To,
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
I'm
fair.
sorry.
The other thing that I actually struggled with so hard, growing up in town, you could go to the grocery store whenever you want. You forgot an avocado, just go to town and grab, like,
Oh, yeah.
just go grab it at the store. You come out here, you forget something? Well, that sucks. Like, I can't remember, there was one, oh, I think I forgot, like, cheese or something. And I'm like,
Oh.
you don't actually realize how much of certain items
Yes.
you go through until you actually can get. The first couple years were out. No, for like the first 6 months,
Yeah.
my groceries were all over the map. Keith was like, "We have no food. We have too much food." I was like, "I don't know. I don't know.
Like,
what
I don't
we're
know
doing."
what we're
Yeah, I have no
doing.
idea. I'm so sorry. Like, I don't. It took me a while.
And you have to like
You
you have to use a lot of pantry items
Yep. Mm-hmm.
more than like fresh veg and fruit.
Yeah.
Because
Seasonal eating.
Yes. A
yes.
little bit more.
Seasonal eating is
Yeah.
a little bit more.
Yeah.
And you're also just like, oh, here's spaghetti again because we don't have any fruit and veggies because I'm going to town in 2 days. So
Yeah.
here we go.
Yeah. Do you think, like, when you got into ranching, were you surprised by, like, the book side of things, like the expenses versus the outcomes versus the incomes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very different with like farming
Yeah.
too.
Because you guys are like, I
Farming
mean,
is like
next,
next level.
Yeah.
Watching the money go in and out. You're like,
yes.
what a nice check.
You're like, wow,
Oh,
that's a nice. Oh,
shoot.
it's gone.
The
It's
Okay,
fertilizer
bye.
bill is
yeah.
massive.
Yes.
Or like your seed bill or even your equipment. To farm your equipment is
Everything.
so much
Oh,
more.
there's so much more equipment too. There's like you need the fertilizer tanks and you need these things and then you need
Yeah.
this thing and then you need that. I can't keep track. Okay, so here's my idea. I told my parents this today because I was like, I need to actually get this done. So what I want to do is take a picture of like each truck that we have, and then each trailer that we have, and then each tractor that we have, and then the seeder, and then the planter, and then all these things, but like take photos separate and then have it on like a white background so that I can print it off, label it, or not label it, laminate it,
Mm-hmm.
cut it all out, and then put like, okay, the planter can go with this tractor. Okay, this truck hauls this trailer. Oh, this is, and like have the names underneath everything. Because I'm like, the Western Star. Well, what is the Western Star? Because we have one Western Star, so obviously that's the truck. But like, I'm like, but wait, which color? So we have a truck and it's called the Smurf, and that one is white and blue.
Oh.
And so we named it the Smurf. But like everything else, Jorm's like, oh, the T7030, the T7040. And I'm like, I don't, but
What is
which
it?
one is
You
it?
need like a
So I need like
memory
little
game.
kids memory game that I
Light
can
it
like,
up.
okay, the T7040 is hooked up to this or whatever. I'm probably like naming the wrong things with the wrong thing.
Norms,
But
she
like,
has no idea what she's talking about.
She definitely needs the memory
Yeah,
game.
she needs it.
yes, and this is why I need it. And then the kids can
Yeah,
play
that's a
with
good
it.
idea.
And then, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, this
Okay.
is a good idea because there's so much to it. There's so much different equipment.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many things. The grain bins,
Mm-hmm.
everything is so crazy. Okay, so what were we talking about actually? I forget.
We're going off like expenses and schedules.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
Okay, yeah. So
what was like the most expensive loss you've experienced since being on the farm for either of you?
so this is a farmer problem. And this is so bad. Okay. They it's just crazy. I'm like replaying the story in my head. Sorry guys. I'm like freezing. So it was combining season and they shut down for the night as we do. Like every time we shut down, they park everything like beside each other, right? Because like
Like in the field?
yeah,
Okay, yeah.
they line everything up, whatever. I don't know. I don't know if
But
everybody does that. Does everybody do that? I don't know.
I don't
I have
know.
no idea.
But everybody lines up like the headers, the two combine headers like have to be like perfectly beside each other on the ground.
Mhm.
Like it's very
Very
nice.
precise.
So then Joram, I don't know who it was who showed up the next morning. The combine had caught on fire.
And burnt the whole row?
No,
Dude,
it
burn
did
the one beside it.
not burn anything beside it.
Oh.
It had like an electrical fire somehow. We don't know what
Oh my
happened.
gosh.
And so, but Joram only noticed when he like put the side thing up. I don't know what it's called, but anyways, he lifted it up and
He's
you
probably
do
gonna
like,
yell at you.
yeah,
Babe, you should know this.
you do your pre-check.
Yeah.
And he lifted it up and it was just like burnt on the inside. And so then we had to take it to Rocky Mountain in Grand Prairie for them to
Oh
fix
my
it. And
gosh.
it took them forever
Oh
to
no.
fix.
And you're in the
But
middle of harvest. So
yeah,
you're down a whole machine.
yeah.
Middle of harvest.
hmm
Oh, that's expensive. Like,
Yeah, it was crazy. Thankfully, we have insurance and stuff like that.
right,
So that
but still.
helped. But still. And then I think we got Foster's to come in and help us give like a demo combine for the rest of the
To
season.
get through it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
But it was crazy.
Yeah.
And then, like,
And that affects a lot.
yeah, this was like 3 years ago. And then last year, my cousin's combine in Alberta caught on fire. I need to text her and ask her
No.
what happened.
Yeah, we need an update on
I
that.
need an update on that But
Same issue,
same.
same combine?
I don't know.
Oh.
I think they run John Deere. We're
Wait,
Case.
your case. We and Keith are just talking about this the other day. That's so funny. What was yours like? Do you have any crazy like, oh my gosh,
Yeah,
that
3 years ago.
Bad year.
yeah, my story
Seriously?
also was I think 3 years ago. That's so funny.
Yeah, we had a bull that didn't breed anything. So
Like
half,
shooting blanks or just
I
didn't.
don't know.
Oh
So
no.
did you semen test afterwards?
We sold him.
Yeah.
We did not give him another chance
Yeah, he was done.
because over half of our herd
Didn't get bred.
didn't get bred. So we
Oh
ended up having to
no.
sell like that's why we're only at 25. We used to have
Because you guys had to
Way
sell a
more.
bunch. You
yeah,
sold a
we
bunch of
used to be
opens.
just over 50 and we had to sell half our herd in opens.
Oh my
And it
God.
was
But that was a
before
bad year.
I was
yeah,
just
and
gonna
it was
say
before or open cows
we're worth
prices.
anything.
Yeah, they were still
Yeah.
worth
So
dirt.
you essentially take a hit or break
Oh, yeah.
even on what you paid for those cows to start
But
with.
Yeah.
yeah,
What do you
Because
do
I
though?
think that year 1/3 of ours or
yes,
something
we
like
lost.
that
Yeah,
was
Yeah.
yeah,
didn't get bred. And then one of your neighbors, theirs
yeah.
also
That
was
was
like
us.
1/3. And
Yeah.
then you guys
We
also
also had, I don't know if it was 1/3, but our percentage of opens was,
yeah.
and
I
we
think
don't,
it had
Yeah.
to do with like the heat and
yeah, we
the
don't
I
typically
don't know.
preg check. Like we started the year after all those because we had so many
We
open, but like all across
wondered
were.
about him a
Yeah.
little bit, so we did preg check that year.
Yeah.
Because you weren't,
Because
Yeah.
yeah, we
yeah,
were like, I don't
And do you
know.
semen test?
No.
no.
Okay. We do
So
that.
when we buy a
We do.
bull,
We do.
it comes semen tested, and he
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
semen
But
tested.
something,
I don't
But we
know.
semen test every
He
year.
wasn't. Yeah, like I don't know
oh
what happened with
no.
him, but
Well, and okay, so the other thing
and he
is,
was a new bull. Like we
Oh.
so
had
there
just
was
bought
no
him.
reason.
So we
Yeah,
had to
so he
yeah,
was like
we like he
Yeah.
yeah.
So the other thing too, though, so not only does, so you've sold, that's great, but now you have to either buy or build up your herd.
Yeah.
That's a huge hit.
Yeah.
it's
And
major.
an unexpected hit that isn't really prevent because you don't
There
know what's
was
being
I
bred until
think
after the fact.
Oh yeah.
that was the year the tractor broke down and it was like
Oh,
20 some $1,000 to get it fixed.
And I
So
think you had to buy feed that year
yeah,
as well.
that's just
yeah,
insane when
it
you're
was
buying
just like
feed,
all
it
the
makes,
things.
Yeah.
So we couldn't buy back
Yeah.
even, 5 or 10 with the money that we'd sold from the
Because you put
opens
everything else
because
in
everything else went to fixing.
the tractor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. See,
Ugh.
that's like, that's the thing. Everything is so, it's at such high stakes.
Yeah.
You know
It's
what I mean?
high stakes.
It's very high stakes
It's
in
like
some sense.
gambling in a way.
Yeah, kind of. It's like more acceptable gambling in a sense.
It's
Yeah.
like a green flag gambling. Like
Yes.
I always talk about like, is this a green flag, yellow flag, or red
Red
flag?
flag.
This is green flag gambling.
Yeah, which is fine.
It's acceptable.
We 3 years ago, I could be wrong, Keith might correct me on this. I believe it was 3 years. We had
We'll have to like update like
Yeah, we'll have to
exactly
update.
what year
Yeah.
all of this happened.
Yeah. We had to buy or no, we had 5 heifers just drowned in a dugout.
Oh my
Like
goodness.
got over on the wrong side of the fence. I'm not really sure. Fell on the wrong side of the dugout because we normally have like a shallow side and like a deep whatever.
Yeah.
And we don't water our cows in the winter. We put them on snow.
Yeah.
And so I can't remember if this is the year that we didn't have a lot of snow, so we had a system like
Oh, okay.
set
Yeah.
up a little
like a
bit. I can't
secondary.
remember. All I know is that there was
5 heifers.
red heifers just sunk. And
And that's crazy.
that's a hit.
That's a big
And that was
yeah.
the year that we had a bunch of opens. So we'd already sold a bunch of our
Yeah.
opens.
Yeah.
5 were finally bred. Or like, do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? That
yeah.
those 5 were bred. Not that far out from calving. It was probably like
Huge loss.
sucks. Like, and I
There
think
goes
that
all
was the
your
same year
gas
we
money
bought.
for your social life.
But that's it though, right?
Seriously.
That's like
Yeah, I
literally
know.
That's
way
actually
more
a
than your
thing though.
gas
I
money
made a
for the
jo-
year.
I made a joke. I think it was this past
That's
fall.
like your mortgage payments for the year.
Oh yeah, this past
Minimum.
fall, I said I think we had sold our yearlings late, and I'd come out to like Cecil Lake, and I was like, okay, this will be my last visit until we sell yearlings because I don't have enough gas money to keep coming out here.
I have my tank full.
Yeah, like,
It's got to make it.
yeah, like
This is what I have.
yeah, like that is like a legitimate
Yeah.
thing, and like it's like the way we like pulled our mortgage, I'm like, man, we should have thought about between checks when to
Yes.
do it
payments.
in some sense, but then you also we had to get our house here, so like it was like all
I
these
feel like
things.
there's a whole aspect though too of like managing your money.
Yes.
It's completely different. because you get a
You
big
don't have.
chunk of
You're not.
money and then it's
Yes.
got to make you
The whole season.
for
The
12
whole-
months.
yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas when you work 9 to 5, you get a
Yes.
paycheck
Every
once
other
a
week.
week
Yep.
or every other week.
Yep. Yep.
And so, if you spend too much,
Or you can like
you
work
can,
a couple like
yeah,
work some overtime.
yeah.
Or if
Pick
you're
your
a
And in a week
contractor,
or
you
two,
can
you
just
have
pick
another
whatever.
check
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you have money again.
Yeah. It's different.
When,
It's totally different.
Mhm.
I think that was the other maybe like I don't know.
And then
reflex
it's
check
also hard because you sell, and then there's like a billion things that happen like after that.
Yes.
And then like
Yes.
and then like right before selling, there's a lot that happens right
Happens.
there too.
Yeah, and it's busy.
Mhm.
That's the other thing. Like that, I don't know. I was like, oh, we're gonna slow down like in November. Well, then
No.
now we wean in November.
Yeah.
We preg check generally in December if we
Yeah.
can. We move our cows north if we can, and then we sell in January.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So
All
like big
those
things are happening.
all those things take time and planning.
Mhm.
I pretty much
It's
just
not just like a hey, we're gonna do this tomorrow. Let's go.
And I mean, there's certain things that is the case. Like, oh, we're gonna go brand. Like, the weather looks good, we'll go brand, whatever. Okay, fine. Like,
Okay, for us, it's like a month in advance. We're like,
we try.
branding on this day, and then it always rains anyway. So
It doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we're like fairly flexible, but there's also some things that's like, oh, it looks like it's a good day to do this. Like,
yeah,
there's been times I'm like, I made plans. Psych, my plans have switched, and I actually can't say no.
yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
some friends are like, you're so flaky. I'm like, I'm so sorry.
yeah,
Like,
and it's also with like it's not your decision sometimes.
no, there is times I'm like, okay, I
Yeah.
actually can't move this. Like if it's really important,
But-
like I can't move it or
Yeah.
whatever. But there's times where it's just like, oh, this has to happen because like,
Yeah.
for example, even now, we have enough snow, it hasn't melted, but like at some point in the next week before the snow melts, we got to get our cows across the creek. But we
Yes.
don't want to cross them too soon because we don't want
But
them
you
to-
can't cross them too long,
Too long
late,
because otherwise that
it's
crossing
gonna
could
be
flood.
rushing, yeah.
So then it's like you have like a 3-day
Yeah.
window.
So you have to just keep things
Keep
open.
hoping that it works out and like be willing to be like,
And of course, you guys are gonna be like, you're gonna commit to a plan.
yeah, and it'll probably change.
And then it'll be that day that
100%.
you have to do.
Well, even like today, this morning, before you guys came out, I was moving cows.
Yes.
I thought we were going across the creek, and Keith's like, "Oh no, that won't be for like another few days." I was like, "Oh,
Okay.
okay, like we just moved them a bit more west, like it was fine." But
Yeah.
I was just like, "Oh,
Okay.
okay." Like I would have moved them, but I understand why we're not now once
Yeah.
you explained it. But I just don't. I don't make all the calls, right?
No.
Where for you, Lace, and maybe it's for you too, Trin, I'm not sure, but Lace, you make the call. You're like, oh, I'm
Yeah.
planning it for this day. For the most part, other than if
Which-
your cows are out, then you don't make
Yeah.
that call. They made that call. But
Yeah.
like branding wise or something like
Yeah.
that, you generally can
Yeah.
plan for
Yeah.
to a degree.
Yeah.
Typically, we plan together
Yeah,
our branding.
we
You guys
do.
do
Yeah.
like back to back generally?
No.
No, we just make
No.
sure that both
The
are.
other one can help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
And we did back to back one year, and that was so bad.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
Just
So now we
chaotic.
plan.
Yeah.
So that's
like
not
typically
quite
it's
back
like
to
2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
But you guys calved early this
We
year.
calved
so you'll
early,
be
so yeah.
ahead of us.
Yeah.
yeah, so
By a
you
long
do you
shot.
brand everything?
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
okay. We don't. We only brand our replacement heifers.
Mm,
Oh.
interesting.
Yeah, we do
Yeah, we
everything.
do everything.
Even the ones you're gonna sell then. So you
Mhm.
do them as calves.
Mhm.
Okay, interesting.
We also don't do anything when they hit the ground. So
Right, right.
we got a
Yes.
cut and we RFID and like all
Yeah.
that. We do black leg shots
Yeah.
now.
Didn't
Yeah, we
your
don't.
guys' area
We
have
just
bad black?
Yeah.
yeah.
black
Yeah,
Like
they're-
yours
breakup.
was really
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, we run
that's
cows where
where it's really bad.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we vaccinate for black leg now.
Yeah.
And
So
we don't. I
we
don't think.
we have to do it before we kick cows out
Out
to
to breed.
pasture.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
no, so that they have
And
their
I think all Jorm does is tag them, and then he has that little measuring tape that he puts around their hoof, their leg,
Oh, like when they're
and
first born.
then he weighs them. Like that's the weight.
When they're first born.
Yeah.
Yeah. We
And
tag
then we just leave them.
we tag and nut and we weigh. Same thing, like hoof out. Because
Yeah.
it's gotta be
But
within
you
like
nut
24.
right there and then there.
We do because we don't brand.
Yeah.
So but in the fall, like first week of October, last week of September, we will bring everybody in, sort off, give their vaccinations,
Mm-hmm.
and sell
Mm.
Joram
after.
puts, I love this. I don't know if everybody does this. Joram, if it's a heifer, he puts it on one ear, and if it's a bull, he puts it on the other ear, like their number.
Oh, see, we
Oh,
don't
you guys don't tag.
give them a number unless we're going to keep them as a replacement.
Oh.
So we don't
So,
ear tag steers.
You
so
don't
what's
get
your
those
number
steers?
No.
system then? I'm very curious about number systems. This would probably be a whole episode on its own, but
We haven't kept replacement heifers for a while because we've needed. Well,
Yeah.
last year we had all bull calves.
oh yeah, that's right. I remember you saying
We had
that.
no
Even out of
heifers.
your nice cows, you had.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
all
that's
bull
right.
calves.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's
So
like I was actually watching this.
Like, what are the odds?
I don't know.
I was watching this reel, I don't know, on Instagram about a farm page I follow, and she said 80% of all their good cows that they would normally keep replacement
Whole
the
bulls.
all bulls.
Yeah.
She
Much-
said
every
like
single
we
time.
got 6 or whatever, and I was like, dude, that sucks. Like that is
Yeah, especially
that is
because we
nothing
were trying to
worse.
rebuild our herd
Yes,
after. So
yes.
2 years ago or whatever it was, we had to sell the whole herd because we had bills to pay and
Yeah.
we couldn't keep anything. Last
Yeah.
year I was like, okay, we can probably keep some,
And they were all
and they
bulls.
And they were
were
all
there was
bulls.
none.
There's none to
There was
keep.
yeah, there was 2
So what's your heifer
heifers
bulls
out of
ratio right now?
the Highland. I don't know because I don't
You gotta
check.
check till
They hit the
brand new.
ground. I make sure they suck.
crazy.
Done.
That is so funny. No, we
So does Jorm
Yeah.
write in like a book? So you don't do anything. What does Joram
Jorm has a notes, which is shared with me. We
like on
share
his
an-
phone?
Yes.
Okay.
And so calf comes out, like, so then when I check, I can just write down, okay, C120 calved. So that
Oh.
when he goes out, he can see, oh, okay, yeah, C120 already calved earlier today, right? So that's why we
But
keep
does he
track. But
check?
then, does he
Sorry,
check
no,
what?
no. Go finish. Finish what you're
I
saying.
typically I pre-write all of our tags.
Okay.
Except for this year, I won't. Like when we were preg checking, I would.
Yeah.
Because then I knew everybody.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I
yeah.
always write the tags because my writing is so much neater than my dear
Very-
husband.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And then whatever, he just pulls that one.
So your tags then are your cows' number?
Yes. It's the cows, so it's like if it's C120, then it would be like J120 little c. Because the mom is the C. And then J is like this year. So like
J-
online,
Oh, J
if you
is
look
your
up,
guys' year.
no,
No, this year's P.
okay, whatever. Yes.
Okay, no,
That's what I
no,
mean, though.
okay,
That's
okay.
what I mean. Like
No.
we go with the system
System,
of the
okay.
year, so that when we sell, other people see, oh, it's a P.
P.
Oh, it was
Yeah, yeah.
2026.
Okay,
That's what
that
we do.
makes sense.
But then now we're coming into a problem where we have like 5 120s.
Well, that was my question.
So
Yeah.
then what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to go in our spreadsheet, and then Jorm will just have to like recreate numbers. Also, we were doing a system like Jorm and I were like 700s. Jorm's brother was 400s.
Yeah.
His other brother was 100.
Yes.
So we did this system where we were all different like hundreds.
Yeah.
But now that
You're
we're all in a
incorporated.
corporation,
Your
we can
numbers
just,
are-
like renumber everything.
Oh, okay, that's it. Because we came out that one
We'll
year
have
he
to
tagged
because we'll have to renumber
a lot of them.
a lot of stuff.
Okay, so what?
And every couple years we renumber, but then you sell, and then there are a lot of non-correlations too.
Mm.
So
It depends.
yeah,
Okay, so we're kind of similar, but also different.
yeah,
We will do, on the calf tag, I write the cow's number on the top. So like, I don't know,
yeah.
104 just calved. She's on the top, and then I go. He was the third calf, so it's 03P.
Okay, yeah.
So I know, and then so our steers get white tags. Anything we're gonna ship, white tag and CCI tagged
Okay, right there
anything-
and then.
right there and then.
We do CCIs at branding. You
Yeah.
guys,
Yeah, we do.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then anything that we're gonna keep gets 2 orange tags. So if you get
too.
One in each year.
one in each year,
Why?
because then I know if they lose if they
yeah.
lose one or the other, I know, or if they lose both, I know because they're in both years.
Mm.
Whereas we CCI tag and ship tag in 1 year.
Oh, I see.
So if it's only 1 year tag, then I know it was a shipper. Even if it's a heifer,
yeah,
I know that it was a shipper.
yeah.
If it's we don't lose a lot of
No,
CCI tags. Like it's very
Yeah.
rare that
Yeah,
we
it's
lose them.
not often.
But you do. But then I know. And then if it's tagged on one or the other ear,
Oh yeah.
But then we didn't know about this like letter system till way late in the game.
Really?
We
Oh
had
yeah, I remember that.
we
I
had
was like, why aren't they doing the
yeah,
letters?
we had
I
A
love the letter
animals,
system.
B animals, C animals, and D animals before I don't know, like I don't know if we didn't realize or we just didn't check. I have no
But then
idea.
people at the auction are like,
What
oh,
the heck?
this is really old.
And it's like a baby coming through named
Yeah.
an A. Like that doesn't make any sense. So then just in the last few years we now have M N
Oh. No, they
skip
skipped O.
O
It's
this year's P.
P.
They don't
Yeah.
do O because it looks like a number, not a letter.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah.
all the things we love a
Still
good.
Do you write on the back of your tags or just the front?
Just the
I
front.
do front and back.
Yeah.
You do front back.
Yeah, because then you can see it from
Because then
behind.
you can see it from behind.
Even with the little calf tag, you can't see nothing.
Yeah, no, you can.
Yeah, you can.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they're running away from you, you can see behind.
Yeah.
And they have less long hair in the front, so it's
Yeah.
But their tags are so wee little. I'm gonna try this. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, try it.
I'll let you know.
Because then even if they rub the front off, then you still have the back as well. I started trying to like engrave it
oh.
so that if it rubs off, like the purple tags, oh my gosh, they suck. They always rub off every time.
So what color are you going for now
I
that
don't
you're
know.
all
Yeah,
together?
that everybody's together. What are you guys gonna do?
We're gonna have to like pull a color out of a hat or something.
See who's the favorite.
I don't know. I like literally need to get tags today because we're gonna start calving soon.
Yeah, we should.
So I need to ask my
Ac-
husband like what color are we doing, and I need to get tags.
I mean, at some point, it's just you paid for them, or like you went and picked them up, so you
Yeah.
get to pick.
Here you go.
You could do
What-
one that like do them all
I
pink.
love the light blue.
Yeah,
They're the
like
ones
light
that are
blue is my
easy to
favorite.
write on and easy to see.
Probably white.
Well, besides white.
No, white. No, white gets
White
tag
gets
our
really
ship.
muddy.
White gets really muddy sometimes.
That's true. I love the
We've
light
kept
blue.
white because we now have a system.
Yeah.
Right.
And we've kept orange because we were buying yellow the first couple of years. We can't find yellow. Yellow sells out. Apparently, I don't know if it,
Really?
for some reason the years that we were going to buy, I couldn't ever get enough.
That's so
Yellow
funny.
used to be the most
Yeah.
popular.
Ah.
Everyone ran yellow.
Yeah,
That's funny.
makes sense.
Such a
Anyways.
gross color.
Such a gross.
That's as my nephew would say. It's my third least favorite color.
Yeah.
What is the strangest thing that has come into your house?
Oh, that's a good one. I actually really like this segment because I
You have so
gnarly
many.
things. So we have a
You
dog
al-
door,
Yeah, you have a dog door.
which is like a mistake for a lot of reasons, but we have a dog door for for my dog, and that's fine. She tried to bring in like an entire. We butchered a cow, a whole leg that like was she tried to get through my door. She jammed it in the dog door. That's disgusting. I was like that, and it wasn't like it was like fresh. Like no, this had been
no.
buried,
This
and
is like
she dug it
3
back.
weeks.
Right, stuck in the dog. Oh, the worst. The worst. Oh, not okay. I was
Oh
not
my
prepared for
goodness.
that.
No,
Nope, not
No.
okay. Not okay.
that is
What's
so
yours?
funny. For me, I would say it's grain. Grain is always
On your
getting into my
floors?
floors. Like Joram has shorter legs, and so he always like rolls up his pant leg
Oh, it
like
sticks
once,
in there?
and then it gets stuck in there sometimes.
Oh.
And then he'll like take his pants off, and then it
Falls
just
out.
and there's like peas and oats. Like oats is the worst.
It's like
But there's like
rice
grain everywhere.
everywhere. Oh, I never would have
Like in
thought
our
of that.
bedroom, in the entryway, like
Just random bits of grain
so
throughout
many-
the house.
yes. Oh my goodness. What about you?
Okay, well, I have to give you a small backstory.
Okay.
Our trailer rotted through, fell through, and was no more.
Yes.
So we converted a shed into a tiny house.
Yeah.
So we put it up where the trailer was and then skirted it.
Yeah.
The shed does not have a solid floor. There's cracks. So we heated underneath the floor
Okay.
So
and
then
the
the
skirting and then put a heater underneath. But there's cracks in the floor.
Yeah.
This calving season, I had a calf that was freezing to death, so I brought it in. It pooped on the floor. And the first poop was fine because it was like chunky, whatever. So I was like cleaning it up and it
Oh,
pooped
no.
the runny yellow
Oh,
stuff.
no.
It was running through
No.
the cracks in the
first
floor.
colostrum.
No.
And I was
Oh.
like, I don't know how to clean this up. I don't know how to deal with this. So I just got a bucket of water. I picked up the mat and dumped it on and washed it down underneath. It hasn't stunk yet. I was like, I don't even know what to do with this.
It's like it's dirt underneath,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
well.
just,
And
it's a dirt floor underneath.
cow poop.
And now there's cat
A
poop.
little extra. A little extra.
Just
It
fertilizer.
at least wasn't over where you have to crawl under because, like, the pressure tank and the
Right.
Oh, yeah,
water
that's good.
tank
It's
and
just in
all
like
of that is
horrendous-
underneath. It's just, like,
Not there.
it's not over. Like, I didn't wash it on top of the pump or something. Like,
Oh my gosh. Okay, that's good.
That's
That's really good.
crazy.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for joining us this week. We'll
Thank
see you
you.
next week.